Having grown up around my mother's activism and slowly becoming an advocate in my own right, I have learned that if something is not right, it is possible to educate the public and enact change through dedicated people who strive to do what is right for its own sake by taking action to expose injustice. My family's fight for educational equality has driven my commitment to human rights advocacy and public service. I recognize that people can, and too often are, underrepresented, discriminated against, or denied a right because of their socioeconomic status, disability, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, gender, overall health, and even sometimes age. Inspired by Eleanor Roosevelt's leadership in the struggle for universal human rights, and empowered by my education, volunteerism, and professional experience, I feel it is now my responsibility to give a voice to silenced and disenfranchised groups. Discrimination still exists in society even after 25 years of the Americans with Disabilities Act being in existence. Traveling around Beijing this past week, I have witnessed the hardships that confront individuals with disabilities here as well. I have had opportunities to talk to parents who have a son with cerebral palsy while walking through the Temple of Heaven. They shared that their son never had a chance to go to school as he could not talk. Who knows how intelligent that young man was? I met a young woman with brittle bone disease. She was fortunate, unlike this other young man, to have parents who homeschooled her successfully enough so that she could write a book that told her life story. I met Mr. Zhang, who is here with us tonight and is Mr. Zhang is a paper cut artist. I also saw beggars on the street who have disabilities who shared that this was their only way to survive, yet they still had dreams of having a job. I also had a chance to visit an orphanage just outside of Beijing for children with disabilities. I met numerous young, beautiful children who were abandoned just because they had disabilities. The biggest barrier for individuals with disabilities in China is the social and cultural values and attitudes towards individuals with disabilities. If you only look at my body and my inability to walk, you can see a very limited individual. If you talk to me and learn about my abilities, you will learn to see someone who has potential to be a contributing member of society. The ADA provided a foundation for shifting society's attitudes through providing access, accommodations, and equal rights. However, a law is not the only change that is necessary. People have to be the change. One person at a time who can be an advocate for individuals with disabilities is what we need. We need people who can value those of us with disabilities as being fully human and those who see our lives as being fully worth living. That will be the change that we need to see. I would like to close today by challenging all of you to become advocates, champions for both here in America and in China for individuals with disabilities. You all can make a difference, and you should.